and he pushes me as hard as he can into the wall. He's like, "You're a stupid fucking whore, you fucking whore," and he's spitting on me. I was terrified. I didn't know if he was about to beat the shit out of me. We had guns.
If you don't want to do something, you don't have to. And he can go burn in hell if he wants his sucked. Tell the cameraman to fucking suck it. That is disgusting.
Jack Doherty, the YouTube party king who thought he could live forever in a mansion filled with chaos, cloud, and controversy, but somewhere between the private jets and prank wars, things started to fall apart, and standing next to him through all the madness, McKinley Richardson, his on-again, off-again partner in love, fame, and interest in sanity. Their relationship looked perfect on camera, luxury trips, wild parties, and non-stop energy. But behind the scenes, the story was messy, dramatic, and loaded with betrayal, and what started as a dream couple turned into a full-blown internet soap opera.
And I don't know what was said. I can't really remember super well, but I remember him coming up to my face, sticking his finger in my face this close and saying, "You fucking stupid fucking whore." And I looked at him and I was like, "We're done. Like, I'm done." And I got up, I started walking, and that's when he put his hands on me. For the first time ever, it had escalated not only to emotional and mental abuse that he's put me through. He was grabbing onto me, not letting me leave the room. He grabbed me by my arms, he sat me down on the bed, made me sit on his lap. I was trying to get away from him. I was like, "Get away from me. Like, you just said this to me, and now you're saying, 'Baby, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry, like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean?'" I'm like, you change like this. It's scary. It was scary. And there's a certain like look in his eyes. I'll never forget it. And when he would get this angry, because not only this night was the start of it, and then it continued, and then it got worse.
Oh, and grab some popcorn because this one has everything. Breakups, fights, cheatings, rumors, and even security guards getting involved. Let's rewind. Jack Doherty wasn't just another YouTuber, he was the content machine. Millions of views, stacks of cash, and endless chaos. He built his brand on wild stunts, confrontations, and living like rules didn't exist. Every video had the same energy, a mix of how is this legal and why am I still watching this. But you know what they say, when your whole career runs on shock value, the next crazy thing always has to top the last one. And yeah, Jack's reputation started catching up with him. Enter McKinley Richardson, the calm in his storm, at least at first. She was the person who seemed to balance him out. Fans loved their chemistry. They were young, rich, and reckless. YouTube's own version of a reality show couple. But then came the first cracks. Rumors started flying that things weren't as perfect as they looked. McKinley was showing up in fewer videos. Jack Doherty was being seen with other girls, and social media, being social media, did what it does the best: speculate, screenshot, and stir the pot. Suddenly, clips started circulating of McKinley looking upset, Jack Doherty yelling in the background, and fans saying things like, "This relationship looks toxic." And honestly, it was.
For some reason, this one night, I ordered one. I ordered the pregnancy test. I took it and I set it aside. I'm like, you know what? I don't think this is why I feel this way. I'm really hoping it's not. I wasn't expecting anything, and it was positive. I was like, wow, like it's real. Like, this is real. My life is over. Like, that's all I was thinking. I was like, my life is done. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. My parents are going to kill me. I even felt bad for, even just the fact that I had that, and I'm, actively taking Adderall. I was actively drinking. I was like, I had no idea. I go downstairs and Jack is outside, and I was like, "Jack, I need to talk to you." And I told him, and he didn't seem surprised whatsoever. He was like, "W." He literally was excited over the fact that we were going to make the most money we have ever made in our lives. It wasn't because he was excited to have a baby with me and have a family and start a new era of our life. It was oh my gosh, we're going to start a family YouTube channel and you're going to make so much money when you're pregnant and you have a pregnant belly. And I remember looking at him and I was like, Jack, you do not realize if this is happening, I'm done. I'm not doing OnlyFans. I'm not doing that. And I don't want to be on social media.
The tension grew, the fights got public, and eventually, the breakup hit the internet like a nuke. Fans picked sides. Some said McKinley deserved better. Others claimed Jack was being set up. It turned into a full-blown civil war in the comment sections. But just when people thought it was over, surprise, they got back together. Because of course, they did. For a while, it looked like they might actually fix things. But then came the infamous security guard incident. Jack Doherty got into trouble again. The video went viral and suddenly McKinley Richardson was dragged back into chaos. She started posting cryptic messages online, stuff like "you don't know what happens off camera," and fans went wild. The drama didn't stop there. Other creators started speaking up, calling Jack Doherty out for his behavior, saying his parties were out of control and that the content was crossing the line. Jack Doherty fired back online, doubling down, saying people were jealous. Bro, this guy is arguing with the entire internet like it's a group chat. Soon, the brand deal slowed down. YouTube started flagging his videos more often, and that signature invincible image is started to crack. Meanwhile, McKinley was doing her own thing, posting emotional TikToks, appearing in podcasts, and low-key throwing shade without naming names. Fans began piecing everything together like detectives. Every caption, every clip, every subtle action, it became the internet mystery of the month.
And he was like, you stupid f***ing slut. He was like, I don't give a f***, we're done, you crazy ass bitch. He was like, I will never do anything for you ever again. I'll replace you tomorrow. I need some more bad bitches up in here.
And Jack, he just kept going. New house, new cars, new controversies. But the more he tried to flex, the emptier it looked. The audience that once loved the chaos started calling him out for it. The fame that once made him untouchable started to feel more like a cage. At the end of it all, Jack Doherty's downfall wasn't about one scandal or one breakup. It was the result of living too fast, too loud, and too online. The world watched him rise from a prankster to a millionaire and then watched it all collapse in real time. McKinley Richardson, on the other hand, walked away bruised but not broken. She's been building her image, focusing on her own content and proving she's more than just Jack's ex. And somewhere out there, Jack's probably planning his next comeback vlog like it's a moral sequel. But one thing's clear, no amount of clicks can fix what fame destroys when it's built on chaos. Their story isn't just a breakup, it is a warning, a reminder that being viral doesn't always mean being happy. Because in the end, views fade, followers move on, and what's left behind are the mistakes that can't be edited out. Watch this video next, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers. Good game.